Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I took up the wall. I took up the wall.
I bear witness there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the bungle fight. Thanking you.
You call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get
it. How y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? Pieces and blessings upon all my AKHis and all my sisters out there. Welcome to Split Decision, episode 56. With me today, I have Mr. Bill Pull-Up Haney, the undefeated. How you doing, Bill?
Man, how you doing, my brother? Thanks for having me on here, man. You know, and thank you for everybody in the chat.
I'm doing great and appreciate you for pulling up yet again. I'm pretty sure, you know, you're already aware you're the most wanted man at the moment. So have you seen Gary Russell new Instagram post?
Yeah, I just had looked at it a few minutes ago and commented. I mean, you know, shouts out. I hope him and his, you know, like his dad is okay and all that good stuff, you know, because he's mentioned about his dad. But you know, I just hope that he's feeling well and the Russell family, you know, prayers will go out to them.
Yeah, inshallah, his dad is doing great. And I hope he feels better. My prayers goes out to him. But Gary did talk about, you know, making a new term sheet of his own, and he said he already sent it to you guys. So have you received the new term sheet?
No, I ain't received nothing. I've never received nothing from him. So, you know, we'll just wait to see. We don't want to, you know, elaborate until we get it. He's saying he's gonna send something. So let's see what it is when he sends it.
Well, on the Instagram live, he claimed he already sent it.
Well, no, so I haven't received nothing.
You could confirm on your end you haven't received it yet.
No.
So what's your take on the fact that he said he have, quote, new shit in it? You know, in other words, new additional terms. What can that possibly be?
Well, we've been waiting this long, so let's just wait and see, you know? We won't just, you know what I mean? We've been waiting this long, so shit, ain't no telling, you know? But, I mean, you know, we waiting. We've been waiting.
We've been waiting 2 weeks for, you know, so it's been 2 weeks so far, so we'll see what them additional terms. However, he did mention the fact that the deadline will be January 21. Are you guys willing to fight on a later date, kind of like the Kovalev versus Ward agreed to a later date?
Oh, absolutely.
So you have no problem fighting on a later date?
Absolutely none.
So if Gary is on the same page, the fight should be next after Devin Haney November 7th date.
First quarter of 2021.
Now, what's your take on the fact that he said you have to let him know because he have to defend his title at 126? We was under the impression that he was moving up to 135 because he said that he's coming to 135. So he was calling out everybody, and there was rumors of him fighting Fortuna, but now he said he wanted to defend his title at 126. What's your take on that? You think he canceled on the fact that he want to move up to 135?
I don't know, because we can't go back. We can't go down to 126. So I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about as far as that goes. You know, I don't know what his obligations are or any of that. You know, but at 135, we've been waiting on him.
To this day. So you guys heard it from Bill Haney. The Haneys won it, and so if Gary won it, the fight is going to go on. The show must go on. So for the moment, Devin Haney is going to fight on the November 7th date. So with that being stated, there have been complaints of some, by the casual fans to why Devin Haney is not fighting the top lightweights. Therefore, I'm going to throw the top 5 to top 10 lightweight names at you in order for you to tell me if those guys are willing to fight Devin Haney or not. All right?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so starting off, well, the Fortuna. Fortuna is his mandatory. Now, Fortuna, he was supposed to fight Linares. And he was talking crap about your son. So can you explain that whole drama that's been going on between Devin and Fortuna?
I mean, our first run in with Javier Fortuna is the WBC tournament that had Lopez, Teofimo Lopez, Zaura Abdulaev, Javier Fortuna, Devin Haney. WBC tournament to fight the winner of Luke Campbell and Vasil Lomachenko.
Right.
Oh shit, you got it right there.
Yeah. So he pretty much called you guys, that he tried to paint the narrative that you guys ducking, but Devin called him out. Yeah, I could hear you. Can you hear me? Oh shit. So till Bill come back, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, he definitely gonna join us back. But see, Fortuna. Yeah, so Bill, you there? Yeah, I could hear you. I could hear you completely fine. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hold on. 1 2 1 2. Okay, hold on. I think it's because this is showing. All right. Hold on. Okay, what about now? Yo, Bill.
Damn. Hold on, I gotta call you back.
All right. I don't know what's going on. So as you guys heard, Bill Haney haven't received the term sheet yet by Gary Russell.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, so can you hear? Yeah, I can hear you completely fine on my end. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yep.
All right. So I'm not going to start rolling up the receipts. So go ahead. So Fortuna, let me rewind it back a little bit. So, for the fans that don't know, Fortuna was basically talking crap about Devin Haney, and he had a thing or two to say. Then Fortuna, instead of fighting Devin Haney, he chose to fight Linares. So after the Linares fight got canceled because Linares tested positive for the COVID, Devin Haney was like, okay, you've been talking trash about me. What's up? Let's fight. That's when his promoter stepped in and said, nah, Fortuna, we got other plans for him. We don't want the Devin Haney fight right now. We'd rather fight Luke Campbell and Linares. So I just want you to talk about the Fortuna fight, because a lot of people saying, why are you guys fighting Gamboa instead of Fortuna?
I mean, Fortuna had been the mandatory, and when Devin had to have shoulder surgery, we showed the pictures, and when we showed the pictures, of course, Mauricio talked to us, and he talked to us about how long we planned it on being out, and he made him champion in recess. Javier Fortuna petitioned to fight Luke Campbell for the vacant belt, and then the COVID came. And when the COVID came in, their fight was canceled. And when the fight got canceled, then Devin asked, can he fight Javier Fortuna to defend his belt? Javier Fortuna's promoter then came out and said that he was fine with Devin fighting a voluntary and him fighting Luke Campbell. And then I guess the Luke Campbell fight ended up falling out for whatever reason. And then he ended up was going to fight Jorge Linares. Well, then Jorge Linares caught COVID, and then their fight fell out. And then Devin tried to fight him again, as for the Javier Fortuna fight. So after that, Javier Fortuna went silent. So he went silent, and Gamboa stepped up. And that's where we're at with it, you know.
Right. So
as far as the Gary Russell stuff happened, and he wouldn't be ready for November 7th, and Gamboa would.
Right. Yeah. So you can't pause your career. You have to stay active till these top names are willing to fight you whenever they're ready. Now, what about the Linares fight? Because I know Devin Haney said he will knock out Linares, and Linares even acknowledged Devin Haney as a top 2 lightweight. He said that the second best after Lomachenko.
Yeah, well, Linares said that he was looking to fight Ryan Garcia first, and then he was going to fight Devin. I mean, I think he said he had something personal with Ryan or something. I don't know.
Right. Now, what about Ryan Garcia? Obviously, he named him last. He'd rather fight Linares than Gervonta and then Devin Haney. Yeah. So that fight just not on the table.
He got about 4 or 5 people to fight first.
5. What about Tio Lopez?
Well, his dad just said that he's going up to 140 after, and he's cool with the franchise belt. He doesn't mind not winning the WBC lightweight world title. So he said he'll just petition for the franchise belt and move up.
And let's be honest, that franchise belt is just that is equivalence of that belt you buy and you purchase from Walmart in order to keep your pants up. The real belt, the real strap is the one Devin Haney has. Yes, I'm just saying the real belt is the one that Devin Haney has.
I know, but the franchise belt means that whenever that he has it, if he wants to become the mandatory and fight for the WBC 135-pound world lightweight title, then he would become the mandatory without having to fight somebody because he's a franchise champion. That's what being a franchise champion means.
Yeah, well, according to the WBC, he said that it's not a title, it's not a belt, it's not a championship, it's a trophy.
No, it's not a title.
You know, I don't understand how they becoming undisputed fighting each other without fighting Devin Haney. The winner must face Devin Haney if they want to be undisputed. The fans know that, you know.
Good, sir. We just in here working. Yep. What about you?
Check out my nephew.
Okay.
And also, you know, just to add, because of course Bill Haney are here, you know, talking. But you know, just in addition to that, Devin Haney met Tio when I believe it was in the Barclays Center, and Tio was telling Devin Haney that he was running and sparring, so Devin was pushing his buttons. He said, "Let's fight." Tio said, "That's a fight down the line," and Devin Haney told him, "Nah, I want to fight you now. We could fight later. I want to fight now. You want to fight later." So, you know, just to, you know, to put out in the public that it was actually Lopez, and that's my guy, but it was Lopez who didn't want to enter the tournament, the WBC tournament. So for him to leave the 135-pound division without fighting Devin is not a good look.
Right.
Yeah. And so what about Adrian Broner?
Adrian Broner said he needed 100 million. I mean, no, he said 10 million.
Oh man. So
bro, you know what this thing is, man. To the people, man, for real, you know what I'm saying? We serious about this shit. Hold on, let me show you so I can get back in here right now. Hold on.
Go ahead, show us what time it is. Show us Devin working. Oh man.
You see him working.
Champ work. Yes, sir.
California, good game.
The man that gave Lomachenko a new name, Nomachenko. You guys see the champ working? All Access Live.
So you see, we working, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Bro,
sir.
you have a good one. I'm gonna get back to work. You tell them we looking for everybody, man. We don't mind. Devin's
Right,
ready.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know the
Yes,
list.
sir.
You know what the list is.
Well, I mean, I ran out of people. I ran
So I
out of people.
appreciate you.
So yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it, Bill, for pulling
Well,
up
I done
again.
ran out of time because I don't have no more. I don't have no time to waste. You know what I'm talking about? So I appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
guys, man. I thank you. And I'm gonna get back to work, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Let
sir.
me
Yes,
know.
sir. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Bill. I'm holding it down for you. You know
Appreciate
that.
you, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, brother.
I 100.
We 1,000-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So there it was. You know, this wasn't even part of the plan, but obviously Gary Russell video popped up, so I had to get confirmation from the man himself, from the horse's mouth. Davis, what are you talking about? Come on, Davis. I thought we were cool, man. Shout out to RJ. Shout out to OG Swag. Shout out to Jay Lease. And to all the decaps in the comment section, if you guys got cojones, call in. The number is as viewed on the screen. So, you know, call in, hold your position. We're going to talk about it. We're going to definitely cook it up. Also, if you see anybody trolling, anybody disrespecting either me or any of my AKHis, RJ, OG Swag, you guys know what to do. Put these guys on timeout, please. With that being stated, I haven't had, you know, a chance to get my thoughts across. So, first of all, my prayers goes out to Gary Russell and his family whenever it's a family related situation and somebody's going through issues. You know, my prayers always goes out to them. So may Allah bless Gary Russell and his family. Now, second of all, when it comes to Gary Russell making a new term sheet and send it over to Bill, I hate to tell you guys, I told you so, but I did tell you, I did tell you guys so. When Gary Russell, you know, refused to respond to Devin Haney and his team, I told you guys it don't take that long to respond to an email, you know, and you know he responded in 2-week time span. But I told you guys that I knew Gary Russell was going to respond whenever the Gamboa date or the Gamboa fight is about to be announced, because Gary Russell was stalling. Nevertheless, he said he want the fight. I like the fact that he said if they shooting bullets at him, he won't even duck. He's going to be running to a strap in order to shoot back. So nothing but respect. But at the end of the day, we all want to see the fight. So I'm glad he made the term sheet. That's what I personally asked Batman. I told Catman, quit capping, telling all type of lies, making all type of excuses that Gary Russell is not even making. You making Team Russell look bad. I told him, give Gary Russell and his team, in order, you know, write in the term sheet, put in the term sheet whatever additional terms he wants on the term sheet and send it back. Finally, 2 weeks later, he did so. So this is one step closer. I'm hoping there's one step closer to get the fight done. So as Bill confirmed, he haven't received anything yet. I saw him on Instagram, you know, responding with the laughing emojis because he told me he haven't received anything yet. So we're going to give Gary Russell time. You know, I don't know how long it takes for an email to get sent, but we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. When we, you know, one thing AKHi don't do is jump to conclusion. I'd rather have all the facts right in front of my face, because Gary Russell made it clear he's willing to fight Devin Haney up to I think he said January 30, 2021. So that's a great date for me. That's a great date for all of the fans. Matter of fact, Gary Russell could have a tune-up and then fight on that date, which you all heard Bill Haney confirm that he's willing to fight Gary Russell. He's willing to accept his new terms for a later date, whatever they might be. He said, you know, don't call us back when I think don't quote me on this, but I think he said something around the lines of, you know, don't call us back when you're ready on a day. Call us back when you're ready to fight on a date. So, you know, finally, Gary Russell responded. That's great news, like I said before, but the Gamboa fight is still going to go on. The show must go on. Devin Haney is not going to pause his career because Gary Russell is not negotiating in the time span that needed. So for the meantime, Devin Haney is going to fight Gamboa. Bill Haney made it clear. Why is that? Because he have nobody else to fight. You guys saw me name him all top opponents from Fortuna, Linares, Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, Tio, Nomachenko, Adrian Broner. I mean, who else is available at 135 that's going to be a legit opponent for Devin Haney next? So if all of these guys are not willing to fight him, including Gary Russell, on a November 7th date, then he must stay active. The man haven't had a fight since he last time he had a surgery. So you must stay active. You cannot pause your career. So I'm glad that, you know, Gary Russell finally responded so we could have something shaking and something cooking up for a later date. So with that being stated, finally, Team Russell did exactly what I've been telling them to do, which is send a term sheet with exactly what you guys want on it. So they finally did so. With that being stated, I'm going to dive into the Charlo versus Rosario and Charlo versus Deryachenko predictions. So to all of the fans, I know this is a Gary Russell topic. I know this is a Devin Haney topic, but this weekend is still lines only. So to all of the callers that's calling in, first thing you have to do is state your prediction. Is state who you picking for Charlo versus Deryachenko and Charlo versus Rosario. Then you could go ahead and talk about whatever you want to talk about when it comes to Gary Russell versus Devin Haney. So I'm going to go ahead and start picking up the phone lines. Then I'm going to give my prediction later on the show. So, like I said, one thing for sure, you know, Bill, he pulling up. You guys know what time it is. 5 minutes ago, Gary Russell posted a video. 5 minutes later, Bill Haney came on Split Decision and responded. So, respect that man. So go ahead, like I said, my peoples, I want y'all to call in. Go ahead, pick up the phone lines one by one. So RJ, make sure, you know, the trolls are dealt with in the chat. Oh man, we do got a fake AKHi TV in the chat. Oh hell no. Hey, somebody get this dude out of here, man. Somebody get this dude out of here. Especially depending what he's about. The number is also in the description box if you don't see it. So let me go ahead and pull up the phone numbers. How you doing, Aki? Who this is or where you calling from?
What?
Hello?
Yeah.
971. 971. You could go ahead and start wrapping it up. I'm gonna come back to you now. Hold on. I don't know. That's weird. How you doing, AKHi? You are live.
What's happening? What's happening?
209.
What's happening, man? It's Taco K, man. Kind of that good, calling out that good West Oakland, man. Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
You guys.
Hello? AKHi, can you hear me? Yo, yo.
209, you are
Hello,
live.
hello. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, can you hear me?
Shit. I think.
I'm just saying that I don't think Gary Russell. Sent for Devin Haney so they could get that thing cracking. I don't think he wanted it. I think the whole thing with Crawford was capping.
Oh, okay, my bad, AKHi. Hey, my man. My bad. I couldn't hear you, so I had to get a couple things fixed in the studio. So this is 209.
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, right now we can hear you. You was not live. I mean, I don't know if you was live or you wasn't live earlier, but can you please repeat all your points? Okay. Can you, so start from the jump.
This Taco K calling out. Yeah, I'm Taco K calling from West Oakland. The Rosario and Charlo fight, man. Ooh, I think Charlo gonna win it. It's gonna be a close fight. I think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna go 12. Somebody gonna get knocked out, but I just don't think it's gonna be as easy as a lot of people think that it's gonna be. As far as Gary Russell, I think that I understand that he's
how about his big brother? How about his big brother?
Oh, the big brother? Ooh. Devinchenko? Ooh. I think that's 50-50. I'm going to go 50-50 with that.
Yeah, nah, you got to pick somebody, man, because, we are going live after the fight.
Hey,
so if you do call in, I got to know who you picked.
I'm going with Charlo, man. I'm stick with my brothers, man.
All right, so both Charlos, both lines.
Both Charlos and close fight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got you. All right. So go ahead. Yeah. So how you feeling about the Gary Russell situation?
I just feel like I understand his father is sick and stuff like that, and I hope everything goes well with his family. But that's what you have lawyers and stuff for. That's already what he said. He said he had lawyers. So that's what you have a team to handle the business while you try to handle your family business. And I just feel like he could have had the term sheet sent, and then it was just only 2 pages. So I mean, I'm just saying it takes 2 weeks to get 2 pages sent back. That doesn't sound right. And it's like you had another video before, like how you was gonna say you can't fight Devin Haney on the 7th when you trying to fight Crawford. His schedule was on the 14th. It just doesn't make any sense. And then a lot of other people try to say that, oh, it was going back and forth. But we have Mr. Haney coming over here saying that he ain't even Gary Russell wasn't even calling him. Right. So how are you going to negotiate when the person you're trying to negotiate is not even answering the phone?
Right.
I just feel like it was a lot of capping. It caught up to him, and he got caught up. He tried to start it with Terrence Crawford, but then he came back. When somebody pulled his card, and shit, he tucked his tail in my book.
So, in your opinion, this is his way to save face?
Yeah, exactly. And then my thing is, how you gonna say now you finna go first? You were finna fight her for Tuna. Now you talking about you going down to 126. So which one is it gonna be? Are you gonna fight for Tuna this year, or are you gonna go fight for your a mandatory or something? So it's like confusing. You know what I mean? Like which one are you gonna do? You fighting at 130 or 126? 135 or 126?
Yep, that's my frustration.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
And I wish I was on the phone with Bill Haney. I just wanted I want him to come, man, bring Devin Haney back to the town, man, and come down here, man, cook up in this good town business, so he can come up here and soak up all these fans out here, especially since the Raiders left, and the Warriors in San Francisco, man. This would be a big time for him to come back down there, man, with Devin Haney, man, a straight ref for the bank one time.
Yes, Devin Haney going to pull up the split decision one day. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you when, but one day. And Bill's always.
Man, I've been trying to, the last time you had him on, I was trying to get on, but it was like I could not get on. It was so many people calling in. I'm like,
man. Yes, sir. So,
I was like, dang. But I know he be listening, though. So, man, I'm telling you, man, he come down, man, to that Silicon Valley, do some little charity little stuff down here in the Bay. man, that's a huge fan base, man, especially from the Bay Area. Huge.
Yes, sir. Yes,
huge.
Sir. Yes,
but yeah, man, I think Devin Haney, man, is the real deal. You know, and my thing is too, like he skipped over 130. Why he didn't go to 130? He didn't want to set the Cure Stevenson smoke.
Yeah, it's too many. There's a lot of
go ahead,
lines
I'm gonna let you.
There's a lot. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah,
so you know, he wanted to try to cap on Terrence Crawford. I feel like that was a real cap move to put his name out there. You know what I mean? And then he had a lot of people kind of run with it. You know, oh yeah, go and fight him, Terrence Crawford. But then as soon as he would have beat his ass, everybody would have been like, oh, that wasn't a good fight. We knew that was gonna happen, just like they always do with every other opponent that he fought.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like he damned if he do, damned if he don't. He in a lose-lose situation.
Exactly. And then a lot of people try to tear up Terrence Crawford's record, but it's like, dude, whoever holds the belt, that's not his fault. He going after the belt. So whoever holds the belt, whoever's the champion, that is who it is. That is what it is.
Yeah, that's
you
what
can't hold who the champion is.
Right. That's what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Right.
So whoever got the belt, he beaten. That's all that matters. Everybody wants, oh, this thing, that thing. This is why you're not. But dude, he beating champions. So it's not his fault on who have the belt.
Right.
That's not his fault. It's his fault when he fight the person who has the belt, he dog him. Period.
Yeah, I mean the main thing in the sport of boxing is the best versus the best. So, like I said before, as long he wants to fight the best, which is Errol Spence, and whoever got the titles, that's all I really care about in my book. You know what I mean? When it comes to all of the other fights, they secondary to me. You know, the first, you know, the main fights to me is the Errol Spence fights and the top names at the welterweight division. But I appreciate you, my AKHi. Make sure you join me though after the fight this weekend, Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We
are you going live?
It up. Yeah, I'm going live right after the fight, so you can go ahead, call in and all that.
Okay. All right, for sure, bro. Hey, I just want to let you know too, man. Y'all know that Sean Porter shit cap too, because they trying to say that he is a mandatory. Sean Porter is waiting on that. Is going to wait on Danny Garcia and Danny Garcia and Earl Spence to fight. He ain't going to try to fight 10. That's all. That's another cap move. Trying to say that he's trying to duck Porter in my book though. But yeah, I'm gonna let you go on that one though.
I got you. AKHi. Appreciate it, my man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So go ahead, pick up another call. How you doing, AKHi? Who this is and where you calling from? 347.
Yo, what's poppin'? This is the kid, Far Rock Mills, man. Straight out of Far Rockaway, Queens. Peace, AKHi. How you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, AKHi?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Hey, let me get a Bluntville. So check it out. First of all, let me get. I'm sorry. You already know what I'm doing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So go ahead and cook for me. Who you got? Who you got for the Charlo fights? Who you got for the Charlo fights?
That's exactly what I was going with first. So, Little Charlo, I gotta go with Jason Rosario. He's for some reason I feel like he's going to upset a lot of people. That J-Rock ass whooping was no joke. So I'm serious.
You don't think the cut had to do anything with it? You don't think the cut had to do anything with it?
Oh man, see, that's the excuse shit, man. Like, and I'm a grown ass man, you know, like, and I'm one of those that, like, if you feel like you gonna have an excuse before it's all over, if you get your ass whipped, then it's okay to back out of the fight. There is no, taking the fight and then when the shit goes down, you know, like you feel like, all right, this was the reason why I lost because I really was fucked up, and you know what I mean? No excuses, God.
So you got Rosario by decision, by KO. How you got the victory?
I got him by a scary knockout.
What? Hey man, hold on, my man. Yo, hold on. You done called them Little Charlo. You know he don't like that. He might pull up on you, man.
He might pull up on I wish he would bring his ass to Far Rockaway.
So what about the Big Charlo? What's up?
So I got my hello?
Yeah, we listening.
Hello?
Yeah, we're listening.
Yeah. So I my opinion is real. Like I would never. I'm not going off the strength of like no hatred for the men. I just feel like
we just having fun. We just having fun.
Yeah. Mr. Rosario is in a real hungry mind state right now, and I do see there's something different in Little Charlo, but for some reason he's too much of a crybaby for me, and I just feel like he always feel like he's always looking for validation in something instead of just going out here whooping ass and not caring about what the people say. I don't like his attitudes towards certain, towards reporters. I don't like his attitude after the fight. I didn't like the way he handled the Tony Harrison shit. Like, I just feel like the boy he is standing in a position to make history, but I don't think history is made for. I don't think his history is going to be made for him, man. I feel like
he got a lot of passion.
I feel like the young boy.
But what about the big bro? What about the big bro? What about the big bro?
Big bro he's knocking Deverenchenko out. Big fact.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Big fact. Yeah,
right.
Big fact. And I'm a huge fan of you, Aki. Like, I follow boxing. I've been following boxing since I was 17. Like, I'm 40 now. Like, I've been rocking. I've been watching this shit. I kind of see things that other people don't see. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that Tony Harrison shit exposed that boy. Like,
he knocked him out. He knocked him out. How much? Like how?
Well, the second time, yes. But even in that fight, he was getting dead ass taxed throughout the process of that fight. Don't make it seem like he really was moving Tony Harrison.
I mean, there was only one punch separating them. The fight was really close, but he also dropped him a couple times and then got the KO. But so what about the Gary Russell situation? Right. What about the Gary Russell situation?
Oh, I'm waiting for this. Yo, hey, bro. I don't want to call him broke. Broke, his broke and my broke is two different things. Niggas is millionaires, however way it is. But I feel like he had the Batman dude. He had the wrong dude representing. That dude he doesn't know how to talk. He doesn't understand negotiations. He does not either, and it took them entirely too long. So I feel like it took them too long, not because he was capping, not that he's scared all the way. I just think that their business sucks, bro. Like they have no clue on how to really do business, bro. That's the reason why boy is behind like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the reason why boy back in the how can I say the superstardom that he should have. I've seen this. I was there one of his last fights at the Barclays. I'm from New York, so on the night that he fought on Deontay undercard that night when Deontay knocked boy out, the Brazil dude.
Right.
And I thought Gary showed some shit, but he still didn't have top-notch competition. I think, like, if you really want this, bro, like, it's no reason why, like everybody's saying that shit should not have been sent back 2 weeks later, bro. I feel like
that 2 weeks was a long time. Wrong people. Yeah, because Bill People was always responding. Bill People always responded in like 12 hours, 12-hour time span, a daytime span max, and then he takes 2 weeks. That left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Hey, when you bodied that debate, like you did a very good job refereeing that debate. Like, and you bullshit how you see it. That's why I respect your Andy. You remind me of one of the ops from out here. Like, you don't hold no punches, son. I respect you for putting Batman back against the fucking ropes and really making you exposed him.
Right.
You exposed him.
Right.
He's just the friend that's in the way handling son's business while trying to while son is going through whatever he's going through. And I think that was the wrong choice of person to have, representing him. He can't talk for shit. Bill Haney's a funny nigga shit. Bill was exposing a lot of exposure. Put it like that seems to be the Pee Wee Herman word of the day. A lot of exposing what's going on, man. And I think that you and Bill did a great job. You feel me on those two debates. And I just feel like if this fight is really going to take place, man, they just need to get Batman the fuck out the way. Let him stop talking. You kept saying, all right. You kept telling him, all right. Fuck the fact that Matchroom and the Zone didn't want it. They want it now. And what is his response? But they did want it, man. what they did was,
yeah, man.
dog, you
Batman was
focusing
doing
on
too
the
much.
wrong shit.
Yeah.
The wrong shit.
I know
How
Gary
they
put him
go
aside.
forward.
I know Gary put him aside and told him, man, quit making me look horrible, dog. Like, man,
that's the reason why he came on Instagram. That's the reason why he came back on Instagram. He like, his wife probably was like, yo, look, he's making us look like assholes. I think you need to get out there and do something about this.
Right.
That's the reason why son came back.
Yes, I appreciate it, though. Let me move on. I got a lot of callers, man. And make sure you join me. You got to call me back because I know you picking Rosario to beat Jamel. So I need you to call me back.
I'm calling you back for that.
All right.
I will. All right.
No
Enjoy
more.
the rest of the night, bro.
All right. Appreciate it, Aki. My man Davis said Charlo beats Rosario, Charlo beats Chenko. Lines only. Yes, sir. That's how I see it too. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the same page with you. You know what I mean? So I'm on the same page. But it's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be tough. They both could fight. Deviachenko could fight. I'm gonna give my prediction later on, so I'm saving it for all of the fans. I don't want to persuade nobody. I don't want to bring up no point, so I'll wait to give my opinion. How you doing, Aki? Who this is and where you calling from? 518.
Oh yes, hi there. This is Kieran from Albany, New York.
From New York, man. That's my home. So talk to me. What's going on with who you got this weekend?
Man, it's gonna be tough. For the first one, I got Rosario against Jamel, and the second one, I got Charlo by knockout against Derevyanchenko.
Oh, you picking Charlo to knock out Derevyanchenko?
Yeah.
Hey, you from New York?
And then
you're from New York,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Hey, you know Derevyanchenko is training out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's training I believe his I think the gym is in Brooklyn. I don't know the name of the gym, but yeah, he always trains over there. Yeah, so but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good card overall. So yeah.
Yep.
So who you got? What about you want to talk about the Charlo? The Devin Haney and the Gary Russell situation? What's your opinion on that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've definitely analyzed this for quite a while. I watch your live streams. I've watched other people's channels talk about it, and to my belief, I personally think Gary is avoiding Devin because Devin is showing the interest that he wants to fight Gary, and Gary's not giving him that same respect to actually fight him. So that way, that can enhance Devin's career.
Right. So you believe he bluffing, or is he trying to save face with this new term sheet and the additional terms?
Yeah, yep. Because Devin has been listening to his demands, and him and his father have worked continuously hard to give Gary what he wants, and then it just seems like Gary keeps avoiding rather than being professional and accepting the contract, so that way the fight can be made.
Right, and yeah. I mean, Gary haven't showed commitment on his end. Everything had been, he responds too late. He responds, 2 weeks later when it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? So it just haven't been a good look on his behalf. But we'll see. Like I said, we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see what this new term sheet look like. But they could definitely fight for a later date because I told everybody that would listen, a lot of his fans, including Batman that called in, they were putting him in the corner. They were putting him in the hot seat because now Gary either have to swing back or wave the white flag. And where he from, the DMV, you do not wave the white flag. That's not accepted. They won't allow that. You know what I'm saying? It's where he from. They won't allow that. And I know Gary, he not gonna just wave the white flag. So that's why he was trying to find, I believe, a way out. But now people put so much pressure on him. And I told Batman, him, Catman, quit capping. How about you get Team Russell to send the term sheet back? Which now they did exactly what I said for weeks. You know what I'm saying? I've been preaching this from day one. In order to negotiate a fight, both sides have to go back and forth. you can't negotiate a fight with somebody that's not even responding to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like equivalence of, you know, hollering at a female, you know, in order for, if she like you, she gonna respond. If she don't respond, she don't like you. You know what I mean? So you're gonna move, you're gonna move on. You ain't just gonna waste your time, keep texting somebody for like a month and they ain't responding. You know what I'm saying? What sense does that make? So negotiations work the same way. Both sides have to go back and forth. And this is like, you know, logical, common sense, you know. So that's all I was saying. But I appreciate you, AKHi, for calling in. And go ahead and pick up another call.
Hey, thank you, AKHi. See you.
Peace. How you doing, AKHi? Who this is and where you calling from?
AKHi, what it do? It's your boy Jay. What's up with it?
What's going on, Jay? Hey, Jay-Z? You know what a Z stand for? Dragon Ball Z. But but before we get into all of that, talk to me about who you got, you know, winning this weekend.
First of all, before I even talk about the Charlos, I wanted to state that when I first competed in boxing, North Texas Dark Horse at the North Texas state boxing team competing with I forgot what kind of gym it was.
My man,
that's why I first started competing.
You Breaking Bad, you know, you Breaking Bad. So right now, yeah. I can't even hear it. Yeah, I can't even tell what you be saying. Can you repeat that one more time? Or if you could just you probably at a dead zone at the moment. You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's still breaking up bad.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Hello? You can hear me now?
It's breaking up. So is there a way you could go somewhere, you know, change up? Because is your service okay on your end?
Yeah, I have to go outside. I go outside.
Yeah. Okay, well, go outside or you know, just try to get a better service.
Okay. All right, give me.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up somebody else, and I'll be right back to you, AKHi. Make sure I know 971. Okay, I got it. Man, I really wanted to talk to my AKHi, but I'm gonna be right back with you. Man, don't go nowhere. I'll pick it up right after this caller right here. So
hello?
267, yes sir. How you doing, AKHi? Who this is or where you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, you live.
I'm live?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My name is Zing. I'm from Philly, Nice Town.
Philly
and
house.
I wanted to I'm Muslim too. You're Muslim, right?
Yes, sir. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, AKHi. Yeah, I've been listening to you. You know, I'm an avid boxing fan, and you know, I used to box and everything. You know, I know Bernard Hopkins. I know all the guys. You know, Shulers and all that throughout the city.
Respect.
And I've been trying to call in to talk to you to tell you that you have to be careful, AKHi. You have to be careful because I listened to how you was talking about Gary Russell and the Haney's situation. And I just want to say this, because I've been hearing everybody saying, oh, yeah, Batman this, Batman that. But the whole situation is that Bill Haney already said when the stuff first started, Gary Russell said, Bill, did you get back with me in order to finish the deal? Bill said, I admit I didn't get back with you. Now, with that being said,
hold on. So what do you mean?
Because I'm a man.
What do you
right?
mean? What do you mean? Can you repeat that? Like I didn't follow what you mean. Like Gary said that.
Okay.
What do you mean? Like when did that happen? You got to clarify.
I'm explaining it to you.
Yeah,
I'm explaining it to you, brother. So when Gary Russell when they were first trying to make the deal,
okay,
and Bill Haney admitted on the video when he was talking to Gary Russell, when Gary Russell asked him, Bill, when I told you I wanted the 1.5, did you get back with me?
He said the number, not the 1.5.
Bill said,
yeah, the number. You were talking about. Yeah, that wasn't before that was before the 1.5. That was when he was talking about a number that he did not want to reveal to the public. That's when it all started from the show.
I'm saying it all came down to the 1.5. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
that's
it wasn't.
What I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but it wasn't 1.5. It was a number. It was a number.
Okay, listen, Aki. That's why I say you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We got to guard our tongue. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You can say tomato, I say tomato. But listen, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to clear this up for you, so you understand where I'm coming from.
All right, go ahead. So, I'm trying to figure out where you're coming from. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. But you making it a little difficult because you talking about 1.5. That was the bottom line. It ended up being 1.5. But just like you said, it was a number. It was a number, right? We're on the same page?
It was a number that Gary didn't want to give it out to the public. It was more than 1.5.
Okay, but
it was more than 1.5. It was more than 1.5, yeah.
Whatever it was, I'm just trying to make a point.
Yes, sir. I'm following up. I'm following up. So I'm trying to, get to it, yeah.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, when Gary asked Bill Haney, did you ever get back to me? He said, I admit I didn't get back to you. Okay? Bill Haney admitted that himself. Okay? So then, the whole thing is, I'm a man, you're a man. You know how this dean is. We ain't going to play too many games. Right? We're going to deal with the Sunnah, the Quran and the Sunnah, and what the law says.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Ask me anything you want.
Yeah. Why did Bill Haney tell him? What was the reason why Bill Haney didn't get back to him?
He said he didn't get back to him because the money wasn't there. That's why. What? The money wasn't there. They didn't have money to get together.
Yeah, that wasn't the why though. That wasn't why. He said.
Okay, tell me why. Tell me why, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me tell you. Let me respond. Let me respond.
Go ahead.
He told them
Go ahead, bro. That's what I'm trying to correct you, bro.
All right.
Go ahead.
He said the number was too high. So he was like, if you could get Al Heyman, he said, if Al Heyman could give me that same number, tell Al to make it happen. We willing to fight you for that same number. It wasn't 1.5. This was before the pandemic you were talking about. They had that conversation before the pandemic where Bill they brought Gary Russell to the zone and he sat down with Eddie and they gave the number, whatever, but it was too high, so they didn't even get back to him. So when Gary Russell says something about it, Bill told him, hey, listen, it was too high. Get Al Heyman to offer us that same number and we fight you on PBC. And that's when Gary Russell also admitted that Al Heyman wasn't interested because that number was too high as well. You get it?
Brother, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Guard your tongue, brother. You keep on saying, like, you putting words out there. Let's take it one step at a time. Like I stated to you.
We're doing this is one step at a time. I mean, you took us way back before the pandemic.
I'm telling you something from my view. You've been saying that all the time. You've been saying the same thing all along. That's why I'm trying to come on your platform and correct you. To tell you what's going on.
Correct what?
Correct the fact that you saying that Gary Russell was passing and all this stuff. You're not listening right.
Hey, listen. What are you talking about? Is this Batman? Is this Batman? Is this Batman or something? Because you sound like Batman right now. You sound like you Batman, bro. First of all, this was before the pandemic. You talking about? Why are you talking about before the pandemic? Let's talk about now. The 1.5 was sent to Gary Russell. The same request the same amount of money he requested, including with no stipulation. You taking me all the way back before the pandemic when DAZN wasn't interested. Let's talk about now when DAZN is interested. So don't take me back all the way. You know what I mean? You don't even know your information. Do your homework, AKHi, because you sound like you misinformed, and now you sound like you Batman. You're trying to come over here a little bit calm, speaking a little bit calmer, but you sound like Batman right now.
Put in false information. I'm listening to
What is false? What have I said? Hey, point out one thing I said that was false. I challenge you to say one thing I said that was false. What did I say? No, forget that. Okay, forget that Batman talk. I'm talking about the negotiations, the back and forth. What did I say? Mention one thing I said that was false. One thing. I challenge you, and you won this debate. Go ahead.
Well, you're still talking over me. Okay.
So what did I say? What did I say? No, you said I said something that was false. So go ahead, point it out.
Now listen. Like I stated to you, real men don't go back and forth. Real men is not going to play games. When Bill Haney talked to Gary Russell and said, "Oh, I didn't get that to you because the money wasn't there," Gary Russell was playing games.
You haven't responded to what I said that was false. You talking about before the pandemic. But now after the pandemic, when Gary had 1.5, because the number you were talking about before the pandemic was more than 1.5 million. I don't know what it was. Gary did not want Bill to reveal it to the public, and out of respect, Bill did not reveal it to the public. But you keep talking about the zone before the pandemic. I could care less about that, and we already clarified that. I already know that. But after the pandemic, when the zone saw the interest in the fight, when Gary Russell called out Crawford and Devin Haney raised his hand and said, "Yo, you was requesting a big number, but we fight you for that 1.5. Matter of fact, we got that $1.5 million for you." And they send it to him with no stipulation in 24 hours. And Gary Russell haven't responded till this day. He actually did respond by saying that he have a new term sheet. It took him 2 weeks to respond. So now he finally responded. So stop, putting it all together. You stop putting everything, you're trying to mix everything up. You got to put things on the timeline in order. You got to put things in order, but you still haven't pointed out what did I say that was false. I'm going to ask you the question again. What did I say that was false?
You don't know what you're talking about.
What did I say that was false, dog? Catman, what did I say that was false?
What did you say was false? You saying that Gary Russell is Mr. Cat and all this stuff?
You're screaming too loud. Hold on. You're screaming too loud. I can't even hear what you're saying. Please talk a little bit calmer and say what I said that was false. You're screaming too loud. Yeah, calm down, bro. Calm down. I said, point out what I said that was false, and don't scream to the phone because I can't hear what you're saying.
Okay, listen.
Yeah, calm down. Speak calm.
This is what you said. This is what you said that was false. You said Gary Russell was capping. Gary Russell was not capping. Okay.
What did I say? What did I say? Gary Russell capping about what?
You said talking over me, bro.
But you said Gary. You said I said Gary Russell capping about what? You back screaming again, man. Stay off drugs, bro. I can't hear what you saying, man. Quit screaming to the phone. Talk like a man, dog. I'm over here asking you a simple question, and you ain't even answer it with a full sentence. I said Gary was capping. Capping about what? I said Batman was capping. But what did I say Gary Russell was capping about? Man, hey, you got knocked out. You don't even you confused, man. Stay off drugs. And I hope this ain't Catman. I hope this ain't Catman. This man said, you said, he can't even point out what I said. He don't even know what I said. Quit making excuses, make shit happen, bro. Get your facts straight. Do your homework before you talk to me. Check my resume, bro. You must not know. How you doing, AKHi?
I'm from Philly, man. What's up, player?
What's going on?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on.
You can hear me? Yeah, man.
Yeah, hold on.
Hello?
My bad, AKHi. I gotta pick up somebody else call. I'm picking up right after because I did tell my man I have him on pause. So I'll be right back. my man from Philly, the 215. I'll be right back. How you doing, AKHi?
What's up with AKHi? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. My bad. This other caller took too long. I don't know what the hell he was talking. I felt like he was talking to me in a different language. I speak Arabic, English, and a little bit Spanish, but this dude was speaking alien. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I think this was the retarded language. I don't know what the man was saying. You know what I'm saying? So if you understood him,
so you know what language he was speaking in?
What he was talking about?
You know what language he was speaking in?
What?
He was speaking in the language they used to some of the Super Dragon Balls.
Man, he had to have some cojones with them size to call in with that retarded shit and go against me. But
knockout.
Yes, sir.
Knockout.
Another body.
Another knockout.
Another body.
Another body. Another knockout. Hey, Batman, sorry about that knockout, bro. I know you're listening, man. I'm sorry about that. It happens to the best of us, bro. But yeah, what were you saying, AKHi? We're gonna talk like man, bro, and show them how it's done, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So talk to me. So how you? First of all, let's talk about the Charlo fights first. How you feel about that?
Yes, sir. First of all, man, I actually had the honor and chance of seeing them at the Galleria Mall in Houston, Texas, on the Southwest side, man. I saw them two freaking idiots walking through the freaking mall when I was on the downstairs floor. I didn't even acknowledge them. I just pointed it out. I was just like, bro, those are the Charlos. Just like any other fan would. I was just like, those are the Charlos. Holy shit. And I just kept walking. But to answer the question, man,
wow.
I got my, which is my personal favorite, which is Jamal, the big Charlo at 160. That's my favorite Charlo. I got him winning by knockout, period. I give him 7th round knockout, point blank, period, vicious knockout, and I give it the right uppercut, the same uppercut he kept hitting Brandon Adams with. I believe he's going to use to smash Derevchenko with. And also, if you were watching his training camp, which he didn't really want to give it all to us, but you know how we study. We real fighters. We study. And that right hand, man, that's going to be the key. The right uppercut and the right hand is going to be the key to his victory on Saturday night. Yes, for Jamel against Rosario, it's going to be hard for me to pick a winner on that one because this fight right here is big right here. This one's big, 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 big. Jason Rosario, everybody's saying him going against J-Rock was a fluke. That 5th round stoppage was a fluke. But you even see it on Julian's face. He saw that he got hit by that banana and he said, wow. I know you saw it on his face. He said, wow.
And that hurt me, man. And J-Rock was my guy, man. That shit hurt me, man. But I ain't gonna
the way he did hurt, I thought he was the way he did hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. But Rosario, man, it's gonna be a 50-50 fight. I feel like Rosario's gonna give it to Jamal early in the fight, kind of like how Harrison did him in the second fight. But I feel like Jamel's power is gonna be a little too much for the later rounds because Jamel, we all know, can fight at a high pace for 12 rounds, and he gets stronger throughout fights. So I definitely feel like that'll be the difference in the experience as well. So I got both Charlos winning by knockout. Honestly, I just feel like for Rosario, I feel like it'll be a later stoppage. I feel like, but I definitely feel like both Charlos are gonna win by knockout, and I cannot wait to see this fight.
Yeah,
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
It's gonna be great. I think I'm agree excited. With you. I think it's gonna be KOs for both Charlos, but it won't be easy. I definitely see them going through. No
doubt about that.
If it might be easy for Jamal if he could get a knockout early, because I've seen Derevchenko getting hurt a lot of times, and he got dropped by I believe Jacob in the early rounds
by Triple G
and by Triple G. You know what I'm saying? But he came back though, so that could be a little tricky fight because if it could end early, if not, man, Charlo is in there for a war. He better be prepared for war, which I'm pretty sure he is.
One thing a lot of people have not noticed, everybody talks about Derevchenko and how much power he has. Have y'all not seen the way he moves his feet? The angle switching he was using on Triple G. He couldn't do that really. He couldn't execute that really against Danny Jacobs. But he if he does that against Charlo and he's able to do that same, because he was looking like Loma against Triple G with that footwork, man.
He was looking.
I was like a lot of people have.
He was looking pretty, man.
He was looking like Loma, dude.
Man,
he was looking just like Loma. I mean, bouncing around Triple G, floating around Triple G, man.
He beat the crap out of
And
Triple G.
Like,
and let me say this, because a lot of people
he beat the brakes off of Triple G.
They talking about, oh yeah, that was a good fight. No, that was an ass beating. I mean, he beat his.
That was an ass beating. That was a robbery.
That was masterclass.
That was a robbery.
Devyachenko, yeah, all the way. So Charlo better use his footwork. I'll tell you that. He better keep Devyachenko at bay with that jab, because he do have the best jab in the game. I truly believe the big
strongest jab in the game.
A stiff, strong jab, a fast one too. He could hurt you and drop you with his jab. So he must. Excuse me. He must.
We can ask J-Rock about that one. No disrespect to you, J-Rock.
Yeah, and then the Rosario fight. That's a great fight too, as well. Like I said before, I believe Jamel will pull it off. But at the end of the day, I didn't like what he said, to be honest with you, when he said that we know I could take his punch, but we don't know if he could take mine. Nah, that's not the right mindset to have. You want to hit on that one. Yeah, you want to hit and don't get hit. You can't be talking about, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna test his chin, because he might mess around, test you, because the punch that hurt the most is the one you don't see. So that's why I believe the fact that Rosario is a power puncher. The reason why he really was super effective against my man J-Rock is because J-Rock, after he received the cut, he panicked. And on top of that, man, Rosario was hitting him from blind spots. And that's the worst right there, when you don't see a punch coming. So I don't think it's making excuses. Rosario on fair and square, but still, that did have a little effect on him, because he panicked right away, but we'll see, though.
He also, it was a hook that hurt J-Rock, and it was the uppercut that finished it. And honestly, I feel like, because me personally, in my honest opinion, like I said, I have number respect for J-Rock. In my honest opinion, I feel like Jamel does have a better chin than J-Rock. I feel like he has a sturdier chin. Yeah, I definitely feel like bro, one thing I have to admit, man, and I will, because you mentioned this in the last video, dude. The way that Jamel is looking in training camp, oh my God, bro. He is looking like Vegeta, bro, for real. For real. He is looking like Vegeta for real. And that's no cap. And I'm like, dude, Jamel, this is a different side of him. And that last caller, the dude that, and I wanted to say that, the last caller, the dude from New York, he reminds me of Angel Garcia. He reminded me of Angel Garcia. He said he got Rosario winning. Me personally, I don't think Rosario has the experience to compete with Jamel. Right. To be honest, I don't feel like he does. He has the power. Yeah, he has the power, but he doesn't have the experience, the conditioning, and just the ring IQ to hang with somebody like Jamel. Let's be real here.
Yeah. So and what's your
what I mean?
And what's your take on this Gary Russell situation? But before I get to you, let me read this comment. Let me read the super chat. Skill from New Orleans. He said Russell was battle ready for Bud immediately, but not for Haney. He thought Haney was gonna back off. Yeah, that's my issue right there. When you say you know what I'm saying, you on weight and you flexing and all that, get ready. And then when it was time, Gary, it's fair to say he had a change of energy toward Devin Haney. He don't have that same energy he had for Javante. He do not have that same energy he had for everybody else. When it came to Devin Haney, after Devin Haney sent him exactly what he wanted, Gary Russell, he definitely had a change of energy. You could clearly see it, So with that being said, what's your take on that, on the fight itself and what he had to say?
Me personally, Gary Russell has officially pissed me off to the point to where I just want to see him get in the ring and get smacked around, get his common sense, get his manhood smacked back into it, man. Because, to sit here and come out with this video giving an update, talking about, one thing I do want to tell Gary is I'm sorry about what he's going through as far as, his people having health conditions. I don't wish that upon no man or no family. I am sorry about that. And I really do hope that, his people's, they recover through this in this bad time. Really, I do. I really do wish well for him on that. But as far as this, come on, Gary. Come on, bro. Bill gave you the contract in your favor, fool. Now you're renegotiating, sending another term sheet in your favor when the term sheet was already in your favor? You don't want to fight, bro. Let's be real. You don't want to fight.
Right.
You don't want to fight. And then he talking about, I got to fight at 126. And, yeah, I got to stay active and stuff like that. No, man. Nah, man. We fighters. That's not how we do. That's not how we do, man. Just keep it 1,000. Be real. Say you don't want to fight. At the DMV, we all know you ain't allowed to back down. In this specific case, I feel like you backing down because you said you was ready the first time. Now you said you needed an extra 8 months. Now you saying you want to fight for 2021. That's 3 excuses in a 1 month, 2 month span. You don't want to fight, bro. So we'll just keep it real on that. Now, I do wanted to ask you a question, though, my brother. I did have a question for you, my bro.
Yes, sir. What's that?
I watched the new video. It says that, and from what I read, it says that Goku is going to overwhelm Moro. Now, I don't know if that's a fable or not because it says that Moro has the ability to also absorb energy and exert it as well. So, with that being said, Vegeta has more ki than Goku, except when he's in Ultra Instinct. When Vegeta is in his evolved blue form, he has way more ki than Goku. Now, let's say that Vegeta exerts all that energy into Moro. What do you think is actually going to happen? Especially if Goku overwhelms him.
Didn't Moro already absorb him though? He didn't absorb Vegeta yet.
Nah.
When he was,
it didn't say that. No, they didn't say. I think in the new one is gonna. I think in the new one he's supposed to get absorbed.
So copying energy and absorbing is different, right? So when he copies somebody, that's just copying his ability, probably.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So okay.
Yes, and Moro can do that, and that's a little scary.
Hey, you're right, because see the angel that gave up himself. You know what I'm saying? He broke the absorbing technique, or at least the copying technique, I believe. That was all, but he did not. The magic's still there, I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that he could still absorb you, right, that's still there by eating you, whatever he could do, so I don't know. Goku, I know Goku, he a good guy and all, but he need to tighten up, man. Because he over here trying to be too nice to everybody. Not everybody is a Vegeta. Not everybody got some good things in him. I mean, this man has been around for 10 billion years or something. And he never changed, but Goku gonna change him.
10 billion.
Man, he need to wake up, man. So I think he either gonna destroy the planet and we's gonna restore it, on some, you remember how they restore time, but if not, he might absorb Vegeta, and then there's gonna probably be a better fight because the way Goku handled him, it made me believe that Jiren could just wash more at the moment as far as power level, because even Goku struggled. Yeah, he struggled with Jiren. But this version of Goku, he mastered the Ultra Instinct a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So, ain't no telling, man. That thing.
And he did it at will. He did it at will.
Right.
He did it at will. He was able to go Ultra Instinct at will.
Man, I don't know about at will. I think he pushed him. I like the approach they used. He realized, okay, even with the time of me losing a loved one, I can't get mad. I must control my energy. And he used that to motivate himself to control his energy and do that. But I don't know. He might needed that moment in order to put the pressure on him in order to do that. But I don't think he can. I don't think it's safe to say he could just turn on to master, whenever he wants. But Beerus was calm. He was paying respect. But he looked like he still got something. I think Beerus is one of the strongest god of destruction. So I think Beerus was just looking at him like, man, yeah, I respect where you at, but I'm there with you. I don't think Beerus is like all the way left off.
No, I can't agree with that because remember in the Tournament of Power, when Goku first mastered Ultra Instinct, you saw the look on Beerus' face. You saw the look of jealousy on his face. He even asked Whis.
Oh yeah, he's even asked him. He was like, he's definitely stronger. But I think at 100%, he could give Goku a good fight. You know what I'm saying? But
I do agree with that because we still haven't seen what Beerus can really do. Yes, you're right. I'm
gonna definitely talk with you with that because I got a lot of callers and I want to make sure I get everybody on. So I'm definitely, man. Listen, we're gonna talk about it, man, because this is the new manga ain't coming back to I don't know when, like a month from now. So we definitely gonna talk about it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I'm go ahead and pick
Yes,
up
sir.
another
We
call.
got to, brother. We got to.
And
We
call
got to.
in
Most
and call in
definitely, my
after the
brother. We
fight.
have to,
After
man.
call in after the fight, after the Charlo fight. I'm doing a post fight review. You know, I'm gonna go live and all that. So make sure you call in, get your take on the fight. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AKHi. Thank you, my brother, and much love to you, my man.
Appreciate it, AKHi. How you doing, AKHi? Craig from Vegas. What's going on? Talk to me.
What's going on?
How you doing, man? So give me your expertise on this weekend. Charlo versus Deryachenko, Charlo versus Rosario. What's your take on that? Which one is the tougher out of the two for the Charlo brothers? Which one is a better fight? What's your take?
All right. Yeah, I'm thinking honestly, AKHi, there's got to be an upset, and both Charlos are favored on the Vegas lines right now. And to bet, you got to bet either over 8.5 or over 10.5 with the Dermachenko versus Charlo.
Wow, that's the best
You know?
out there. Is they actually 10-1 favorite? Who's 10-1?
No. Charlo's 5-1 favorite against Rosario, and then they got older Charlo. He's minus 185, so you'd have to put up 100, or you'd have to put up 185 to win 100 if you take him.
All right, yeah, okay. These odds ain't as bad then. Okay, I got you.
And then if you want to bet, is it going to go over or under for the Dermachenko Charlo fight? You got to pick over 10.5 or under 10.5. For the Rosario fight, you got to pick over 8.5, under 8.5.
Okay, so who you picking?
You know, I'm going with Rosario for the first one. It won't surprise me if I'm wrong, but I just think that Rosario was underestimated, and I think that if there's going to be an upset between the two, Rosario is going to be younger Charlo. And then I got Charlo beating Dermachenko. I think he's going to knock Dermachenko, honestly, in under 8.5 rounds easy. Right. Because I just don't think Dermachenko has ever fought anybody as skilled. But Rosario I like just because of his power. And I don't know if younger Charlo has ever faced anyone like that.
Yeah. So you picking Rosario?
Yeah.
Okay. When you go, what about the big Charlo?
I think Big Charlo is gonna. I think there's a lot of people I've been talking to. They like Dermachenko, but I think Big Charlo is gonna knock out Dermachenko, and like I said, under 8 rounds. I don't think Dermachenko has a chance.
Yeah, I think Deryachenko, if he goes past 3 to 4, you're gonna give Charlo a good fight. Because he seemed to be very skilled, but early on, I don't know. I don't know if he gets caught. I don't know if he gets caught cold, but he been getting dropped a whole lot lately. So, but he always come back and put on a hell of a performance. So I'm really looking forward for the fights. And what's your take on the Gary Russell versus Devin Haney?
Either way, AKHi, they're great matchups. Great matchups. And I know Josh Taylor's fighting this weekend too, but that'll be an easy win for him. The guy he's fighting has no resume. If you look on BoxRec, the guy, he's 16-0, but he's never fought anybody with any skill.
Right. Okay. So so repeat that one more time. Sorry about that.
I said Josh Taylor's fighting this weekend.
Oh man, Josh Taylor.
Top rank.
Yeah, Josh Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
fighting the undefeated cat. He find the undefeated cat.
Yeah,
16
but the dude has no resume. Look on BoxRec. That dude's never fought anybody like Taylor before.
Right.
I think it's an easy win for Taylor.
Yeah, it's gonna be an easy win. I saw his record, but I never heard of the cat. So I'm glad you
Yeah, if you
reminded me
look at
because
his
I didn't even
resume,
think about that. Yeah, I forgot about that fight completely.
yeah, if you look at his resume, he's had like he's fought like journeyman. You know what I'm saying? He's never really been tested.
Right.
I've never even heard of before this, honestly.
Yeah. So yeah, I never heard of him either. But
But
I'm
what do you
just
think about Tony Yoko?
I'm super confident in Josh Taylor. Yeah. But what you say?
What do you think about Tony Yoko, the French heavyweight prospect who's fighting tomorrow?
Yeah, I haven't seen him before. I heard about him, so I'm definitely keep my eyes on him. So he fighting tomorrow on a Friday.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how to watch it. I've been trying to figure that out, but I haven't figured out how to watch it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so it's not
apparently
on
this is going to
ESPN.
be his first. No, I don't think it's on ESPN because I think it's a European fight.
Oh yeah, I thought Josh Taylor signed to Top Rank. Yeah.
No, Josh Taylor's going to be on ESPN Saturday, but Tony Yoko, that's a different fight.
It's gonna be a different
card.
I got you. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to find out. I could find a way. But with that being said, what about the Gary Russell situation? What's your take on that? Have you seen what he posted? And just what's your take on what's been going on lately? Him not responding for 2 weeks, and now he have his own term sheet where he got his own demands, or whatever he put in order, and send it back to Bill, which Bill said so far, you said he haven't received it yet. So what's your take on that?
You know what? Before I give you my take on that, let me tell you, if you can ask Bill this, that'd be cool. Ask Bill what his real take on Eddie Hearn is and why Devin didn't sign with Floyd and he signed with Eddie Hearn instead.
Okay, I definitely ask him that question.
Because from the outside looking in, Eddie Hearn just seems like a punk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to do business with him. But maybe that's just.
I think they offered him more money.
At it.
I think they offered him more money.
Oh,
from what I heard. But I'm gonna ask him. But I think they offered him a lot of money. Because Devin, he's only 21, and he's already getting paid like $1 million a fight, and I think even against Gamboa, he making like 1 to 1.5 million. So he getting paid. So I think that's why they went with that decision because they gave him the bag up front.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah, and as far as the Gary Russell thing goes, I knew I had a feeling it wasn't going to happen next month. That just sounded, or in November, that just sounded too good to be true.
That's some UFC
and
shit.
I mean, what's up?
I said that's some UFC stuff when like Masvidal fought Usman in like a 1 week time span. That ain't gonna happen in boxing. Gary had all the time he needs before the pandemic, and he still didn't accept the November 7th date. Meanwhile, Masvidal in the UFC, he fights Usman in 1 week time span. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that ain't gonna happen in boxing.
Yeah, you gotta give him props for doing that because even though he didn't look too good, I mean, he's still that's a real fighter right there.
He a real fighter. Yeah, one thing for sure, he a real fighter. So
yeah, from watching everything that what Bill said, I'm gonna say this, and I am a Gary Russell fan, but it doesn't look good for him. That's really my only take on it. It just from watching everything that you and Dante put out, it definitely, I think it looks better for Haney than Gary.
Yeah, right. Making Devin look good. Everybody thinking like, man, what's this cat made of? Since everybody just keep avoiding him, So
yeah, and I didn't even know that until you said that he was his own promoter. I thought he was just strictly signed with Eddie.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's his own promoter. Yeah. He's the youngest promoter, the youngest champion. All of that.
He's always out on the town in Vegas. Man. He's always, looking fresh. Got, all these girls with him, and
Yeah.
I see him doing his thing.
Yeah, he doing his thing. You need to watch out too. But you know, anything you want to get off your mom?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you because I know we're all going to be watching this Charlo fight, but who you got, Costa or Izzy?
Postal fighting?
No, UFC.
Oh man. Oh man. Let me tell you something, Craig. I'm really hurt by this. I'm really hurt the fact that UFC is competing with boxing, especially a pay-per-view event in boxing and a pay-per-view event in the UFC is not good for boxing. Let me explain why. In the UFC, man, the first thing when you go to YouTube, the first thing that pop up is an ad for UFC when it comes to that fight, right? I believe it's UFC 253. You know, don't quote me on that, but you know, when you go everywhere, I go anywhere right now. You know, I'm on the TV, on my phone. I just see UFC everywhere, and I haven't seen that strong promotion by boxing. And they promoting a pay-per-view event that's going up against a huge UFC card because the Israel fight is huge. And I'm going for Israel, but I don't know how this is going to play out because that guy applies a lot of pressure. He do apply a lot of pressure, and I don't know how Israel going to respond to it. But I do believe with his striking skill is going to make for a hell of a night. However, sadly enough, I won't be watching it because I'm going to be watching the Charlo fights. But I definitely will watch it the next day. But man, that broke my heart, man.
They got Reyes fighting on the card too.
Yeah. Who you got? Who
for
you
the
got?
John Jones title.
Who you picking?
I got Reyes because I thought Reyes beat. Honestly, I thought he did just enough to beat John Jones. So I'm definitely going with Reyes against this dude. I don't even really know too much about the other dude.
Right.
But I got confidence in Reyes.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
And then with the main event, man, I don't even know because I could see it going either way. I don't even know.
Yeah, it's that type of a fight. It's a 50-50 fight all around the board.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I won't be watching it either because I'd rather watch the Charlo twins. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll definitely check on it afterwards. But I honestly don't know.
Right. Yeah, it definitely won't be good for the pay-per-view numbers for boxing. You know, hopefully.
No, because it won't because there's mad people I already know that are watching that instead of the Charlo twins.
Yeah, and it's been remarkably promoted in a genius way. So, you know, I'm definitely buying the pay-per-view though. You know, for the Charlos, but you know, hopefully all the boxing fans do the same. Yeah.
I'll happily pay the $75. That don't bother me.
Yeah, they have 5 championship fights and then the Charlo doubleheader. It's going to be a hell of a night. So I appreciate it, Craig. Let me go ahead get to the other callers.
All right. Have a good night, Hakeem.
All right. Peace. Craig from Vegas. Philly in the house. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
That's my IQ from
earlier.
You can hear me? Yeah, that's my IQ from earlier.
Yeah, it's from Philly, yeah.
From Philly, okay, man. I'll be clicking on the wrong phone call, but yo, I got
What's going on, man?
Talk to me. Who you got this weekend?
My man, I got the Charlo brothers. You know, I give a little bit edge to Rosario, but remember, he got stopped by Gallimore. So we don't know how Jason Rosario is going to come in with a bigger top welterweight fighter. You understand? He already got stopped, so that's the edge that I'm going to with the Charlo. We don't know if he can land a punch or Jason Williams. I like him, but he's a stiff fighter. He comes straight front, so that's where he could have put it. But I don't think with Charlo he could do that. And then he got stopped by Gallimore, so it's an iffy. I'm going with Charlo on that. With Demchenko and Charlo and the bigger Charlo, if he could hold the right hand, it would be a big fight. But if he gets caught by the right hand, I think he's going down by like the 5th. Because he's been down twice with Jacobs and with Triple G. You understand me?
Yeah. So you saying So you saying if he could take the power, it's going to be a hell of a night. But if he don't, it's going to be lights out.
If he could take the power, hell of a night. They're going to go at it. Remember, the Charlo got a bigger reach. He's taller. His jab is, he's got one of the strongest jabs in the 160 right now. He could knock you down with a jab.
So if Dermachenko can't surpass that, he got to move his head. But I got him going down at the 6 because I don't think he can hold the power. Twice they hit him, and twice he fought with Triple G and with Jacob. I don't think he can hold the Charlo power. One of the biggest punches in the 160 is the Charlo. Everybody knows that.
Right. So what about the Gary Russell situation? How you feeling?
Man, to me, I'm gonna keep it a bean. Gary Russell's a fraud. He been wanting to fight for a while. He wanted to fight Leo Santa Cruz. Then he went on live and he called out Terrence Crawford. Now he's calling out Devin Haney. Like he just want to make a fight. And for real, I don't think he makes the revenue. That's why nobody want to fight him. After he lost to Lomachenko, Lomachenko having I think 3 or 4 fights was real bad for him. When he been on the weight class for years of reigning the champion, and you lose to Lomachenko with 4 fights. So he's just trying to get a big payday. He's trying to get he's always on the internet bitching, you send me this, you send me that. Listen, it would be a good fight for you and David Haney, but remember, you coming from 126, you're to 135 is too much for him, and he's just calling out names to see who will actually listen to him and grab him to fight. You understand? But if they did offer him a 1.5, I would have took it because David Haney is a big name and he's the world champion. I don't think nobody want to fight him. I think he just keep calling out people. You understand?
Right. Yeah, I truly
see who fight.
He having his Pretty Boy stage right now. He having his Errol Spence stage right now. He's just a boogeyman, man. He just got everybody shook. So we'll see who you think is gonna be the first one to step up to him. I'm talking about fight him as a big name opponent.
I would think for real, you know who I think going to give him the chance is going to be Tank. Watch how he's going to, because they both in PBC with Al Heyman, so Tank is going to give him a chance. But I don't think David Haney's going to want to fight him. Terrence Crawford definitely not going to fight him. I think it's going to be Tank because, he's fighting Leo Santa Cruz. So the win out of that, Gary Russell could go up and fight him. But I don't know what's wrong with him. He just keep calling out people. People don't listen to him, bro. You lost with a man that only had 4 fights, and he beat you easily. Imagine what these fighters would do to you. Now you're trying to go to a bit different weight classes. Why he don't call out Aaron Morris? That would be a good fight for him. You understand? To come up.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think he want the fights at 126. I don't think he been able to secure the Morris, the Cruz, and stuff like that. So he started calling a bit for the big sharks. But the big sharks, you try to swim with the sharks, man. You got to be a shark. But
he gonna get big.
Yeah, he gonna
get big.
Yeah, and Gary is just too small. I've been saying it from the jump. People don't believe me. I've been telling everybody that will listen. He don't have the frame to go to 135. He don't.
No.
I'm looking out for Gary because I had Batman call in telling me that Gary knocked out Crawford, broke his jaw, this and that, and he gonna move up 4 weight divisions and beat him up.
Never that, man.
And I told him if he's really that good to move up 4 weight divisions and beat Terrence Crawford, he could easily. He should have beaten Lomachenko. Man. He should have watched.
Come
Lomachenko.
on,
and that's when Batman responded. Batman responded with, "Oh, he was dehydrated." But how he won't be dehydrated moving 4 weight divisions? Like that's bullcrap. So what I'm saying is he needs
one thing. How you gonna be dehydrated when they fought at 126 on his own weight class?
Yeah, he said he struggled to make the weight.
Come on, man. But you still making 26 out of nowhere. Look, this is my cousin.
Loma fought on his 3rd professional fight. He was already a known fighter in featherweight at 126, and Gary Russell got clean by Loma. I mean, I'm not saying I think Teofimo was gonna sleep Loma with that right cross, man.
You think Teo gonna sleep
Gary Russell? Yeah.
You think Teo?
Oh yeah, I got Teo all day, man. Listen, man. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Me and my little brother, we watch boxing. I watched boxing since I was like 8 years. I'm talking about the Chavez era. You understand? Yeah. But I've been watching boxing, and I know Teofimo. I'm gonna bet all my money. I got bread. I'm gonna bet like $1,000 on Teofimo sleeping that man by the 7th round. If he don't get to sleep him, then he could probably lose by the 6th. Because you know how everything. They trying to make Loma bigger star. So, you know, Teofimo is like a little young boy and all that. He could come back from a loss.
Not only that, after if he loses that fight, he's just gonna go to 40.
Yeah, but I think Teofimo sleep him. You heard?
I got you. And well,
So what was the main? What was the
Gary
question?
Russell. Gary Russell.
Russell's situation with Devin. What's your take on?
They that term sheet? The deadline is what? January 2021, something like that.
No, they already picked up another. He's fighting Gamboa.
Yeah, but he could still fight for January. He said he opened to fight on that date. Bill Haney said they want to fight on that date.
Yeah, he gotta go I don't think his dad gonna let him do that, bro. I don't think David Haney's dad he fights next month and then he'll fight in January.
Well,
2 months of training camp.
Yeah,
he
already confirmed that he won it. He won it for that date, for a later date, like January something. He said he
okay, so
November 7th?
No, November 7th, he's talking about Gamboa. He's talking about January.
Yeah, January 30. That's the deadline. They gotta make it by then.
Two different weight classes. He think David Haney will beat him.
No, I don't think so.
What you think? If they go, you think David Haney would beat Russell or Russell would beat him?
Man, Devin gonna touch him up too. He too big. He got a
I think
147. He gonna touch him up a mile away. Gary can't. He a boxer. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna box somebody that's just a mountain taller than you and have way more reach than you do? It's just a mountain.
It's too much. I think David Haney will weight bully him and I think he will beat him by decision easily. If Lomachenko beats you up, what you think of David Haney at 135 is gonna do? Right. And David Haney too. That nigga hit hard. Remember, you're going to the weight class. You're going to his weight class. Yeah.
So I got a lot of calls. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up some more calls. But hey, make sure you join me after the fight. The Charlo fight. Make sure you call in. I'm gonna do a live after the fight. I'm gonna do an additional episode. So make sure you call in. All right.
All right, man, and keep doing your thing, man. Appreciate you picking up my call, and everybody subscribe, man. He knows about boxing, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Man, I thought I was talking to the Charlo twins right there, man. Oh, man. How you doing, AKHi? Who this is and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Larry, man. I'm calling from Houston. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. How you doing, AKHi? Talk to me. So who you got for the Charlo fights?
Man, first I wanted to give you a big shout out, man. I'm a huge fan of your show, man. I watch you. I got you on notifications, man, and you do a well job, man. You do a real good job, bro.
Thank you so much. So click on the notification bell like my AKHi right now. So talk to me. Who you got on the this weekend and why?
I mean, come on, man. I'm in H-Town, bro. I mean, you know I'm with Lines Only.
Okay, talk to me.
You feel me? Those boys. A lot of guys don't want to face him. A lot of guys don't want to fight him. So I'm just grateful for these two young men stepping up to the plate to fight the Charlo brothers. And so I see Lines Only being successful. I see him pitching a shutout over the night, and I'm gonna definitely support it and hit it up and watch the fights, man. I think it's a real nice card they have. Some people saying it's too expensive, but I mean, look at the card, man. That's a nice, glorious, glamorous card, and it's good for the sport of boxing. I heard you have a take on the UFC having a fight the same night of boxing, but I'm gonna tell you, UFC is not stupid. Yes, it's a shame they did that, but they know if they stream their fight alongside boxing, they're gonna lose. So what they did, they're gonna stream theirs at an earlier time. Ain't that something?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great information.
Yeah, they made it known. They know who the big daddy is. You can't stop boxing, man. Boxing is here. You know, some guys, the ducking and dodging is not healthy for the sport. But I'm glad, you wanna be grateful for UFC because they call out people who duck. And that culture has caught on to boxing.
So now, because for a long time, cats was ducking and nobody was saying anything. But now that culture of calling these guys out has caught on in boxing. And I'm glad to see it because it needs to be done.
Right. Facts. So so you picking the big Charlos brothers. What about the Gary Russell situation? What's your take on that?
Man, and I did Gary Russell, man. I'm a Devin dude. I love what his father is doing in protecting his son, but at the same time, Devin is his own man. And although his father is covering him and doing business, that's because Devin is in the gym doing his thing. I'm disappointed in Gary, bro. I am, man, because dude was talking tall, and now all of a sudden, 8 weeks for camp. Now he's talking about he got to fight to protect his belt. Now he got to protect his weight. Now he got to, and a term sheet wasn't. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm doing a deal on the table right now, and it takes 2 seconds to send the email. AKHi, let me tell you, man. If it's something, if you and I doing business,
right.
If it is something on the paper that I don't like, I'm gonna put it in the term and I'm gonna shoot it right back to you, bro. Me and you, or your attorney and my attorney, might be playing tick for tack about between 12 to 15 emails in that one day.
Right.
So a lot of it, man, and I know Gary Russell got his people out there listening, protecting him, but man, if it sounds like a duck, come on, man. If it quacks like a duck, man, it sounds like a duck, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, it doesn't take long. Look, he says 8 weeks, right?
Right.
Peep the play, AKHi. When did negotiations start? Early this
11th.
month.
Yeah, September 11th. They sent the term sheet. Everything was confirmed and all that.
It started early this month.
He had 2 months.
Which was 8 weeks away. It was 8 weeks away from November 7th.
Right.
So if you wanted to fight, dude, put what you want on there.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much, man.
It took him 2 weeks.
Look,
it took him 2 weeks, which is
Bill Haney and those boys had already submitted. Bill Haney and those boys already submitted to whatever you put on the term sheet. If it makes sense, man, we're gonna rock it, bro.
Right.
Point blank, period.
Yeah,
so that's where I stand with it, man. I mean, I want to do something that. Hey, I just want to do something that makes sense, bro. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. If you and I really want this deal to work, our attorneys are gonna go be busy. They're gonna be busy that one day until we get this thing ironed out.
Right.
Point blank, period, bro.
Yes,
it ain't gonna take 2 or 3 for me to counter, man.
That's what the attorney job is. That's what you got an attorney for. If you busy, you tell your attorney to take care of business. You tell AIN to take care of business.
Hey, man.
It takes a phone call. That's all it takes.
Look, if he's not, I need to fire him because he's not doing his job.
Yeah, you're right.
I hate people that make trivial matters complicated, man. This was too easy, bro.
Yeah.
This was too easy.
So, Bill responded in a daytime span every single time. Less than 24 hours in 12-hour time span. And on the other hand, Gary took him 2 weeks, right? So my issue is why, as soon as Devin Haney is about to fight Gamboa for the November 7th date, that's when Gary Russell responds. You know what I'm saying? It's been 2 weeks. And as soon as the Gamboa fight is about to get announced, because Gamboa signed his portion of the term sheet, I believe yesterday or the day before. Now now Gary Russell got something to say. It's not a good look on his behalf. So, like I said before, Bill already confirmed they're willing to fight for a later date. So at least the good news is this fight could still happen for a later date. So we'll see how serious Gary Russell is. Only time will tell.
Before I leave, brother, I want to say something. You always talking about who has the kahunas, right? Right?
Right.
Watch this. Watch this. You just said on the last caller, man, you said that Devin and the camp are willing to fight Russell 8 weeks later from getting out the ring of Gamboa. Bruh, kahunas, my dude.
Right.
Kahunas. And I mean King Kong jump. Hey, bro, he put him out on the table. He put him out on the table and say, Snapchat that, bro. That's what he did. Talk to me, man. You just said it, right?
Hey, you preaching, man.
hey, did Bill Haney just say, look, after we get out the ring with Gamboa, 8 weeks from then, if you're talking about January, let me know when. No excuses. Now it's no excuses.
Right.
Because now, like you said, he's now gonna try to. He feel he has Gamboa for leverage, saying that Haney didn't want to fight. No, bro. Everybody in the world see it, man.
Yeah.
But look,
he was
he
negotiating
said
with Gamboa
January
first.
2021.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said he was negotiating with Gamboa first, right? So Gary Russell jumped in between negotiations. So of course you was replacing the Gamboa date. Gary knew that from the jump, and they got the same. They work with the same person, Al Heyman. Al Heyman he worked with Gamboa. Al Heyman also worked with Gary Russell. So this is inside information that you are aware of. So it's like I said, it's not a good look when Gary Russell is always acting surprised. Like I said, it's always something new. There's always a new stipulation. It was first of all the money, then then it was the stipulation. Then after he got everything, then the term sheet, something was wrong with it. And the zone and Eddie Hearn confirmed is 100% legit. Then it was the date. Then after the date, he got his own term sheet now. He sent it back. So like I said, this whole process is taking too long because that Gary Russell is not responding how he's supposed to be responding. And in order to negotiate, both teams had to go back and forth. You can't be responding 2 weeks later. If you texting a female and she haven't responded to you for like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, you moving on. You're gonna be like, she ain't trying to holler at me. You know what I'm saying?
She's not interested.
She's not interested. And that's how Devin Haney felt. Like, this man trying to pause my career. I gotta go and find something else to do. And I'm not gonna pause my career for somebody like him. Because remember, Fortuna did the same thing. All of these lightweights did the same thing. They all fighting each other instead of fighting Devin Haney. What sense does it make for Linares to fight Fortuna and for Campbell, I believe, to fight Ryan Garcia in order to become Devin Haney mandatory when he's trying to fight all four? And they all said, no, we rather fight each other instead of you. What sense does it make when he's the champion and he over here, the youngest champion in the game, the richest, youngest champion in the game, and also the youngest promoter? But he's the A boogeyman, the A-class boogeyman. That's why.
It makes perfect sense when you're running.
They do.
Hey, see, watch this, man. You said, watch this, man. When they were negotiating and Gary was talking about 1.5 wasn't it. It took 1 day to get him to submit to 1.5. Because I looked and said, I'm a businessman. I looked to see what Gary had been making prior to the day. Man, the most he's made is under $500,000.
Yeah.
400. His last fight, he made, I think, 400,000.
Yeah, I think his second highest purse probably or the third. Okay, I think his third highest purse with Lomachenko. Then the second was with JoJo, and the one before after that, I think he made $1 million around there. I think he even made 1.4 million somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey man, Google line.
Well, for real,
they got him at 400, bro.
Really? Yeah, I thought his highest purse 1.4. Yeah, I thought his highest purse was 1.4. But
yeah,
but it's okay. I mean, 1.5 still his highest purse. That's a fact. 1.5 is still his highest purse. So that still remains. The point's still there.
It took Bill and the crew to say, okay, 1 day. It took 1 day, maybe not even that long, man. Bill them said, all right, cool, 1.5, let's roll. What's next? He drug his feet, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I appreciate your show, man. Be listening,
AKHi, man.
and I'm gonna definitely call you on Saturday after the fight, bro.
Oh man, definitely do that. I gotta remember 702 Las Vegas. So I gotta, definitely picking you up, AKHi. So make sure.
I'm in Houston. I'm in Houston, but my Raiders moved to Vegas, so I kept the number. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel you on that. All right, AKHi, I appreciate you for calling in.
Blessings to you, brother.
Blessings on top of blessings. So go ahead, give my prediction real quick on the fight. depending on the time. Like I said, so I'm go ahead and give my prediction. Now, when it comes to Charlo versus Rosario, that's a tough fight, man, because first of all, like I said before, Charlo said I could take his punch, but we don't know if he could take mine. I know why he said that, because Rosario got stopped before. However, that's not the right mindset to have, because when you do hop in the ring, the name of the game is hit and don't get hit. So you shouldn't be planning on, okay, I'm going to go in the ring and trade with him. Or if he hit me and I'm going to hit him, I know I could take his and he can't take mine. That's not the right mindset to have. It's a good thing to have a great chin. It's a good thing to be physically strong, but you always try to rely on your skill and on your defense in order to win the fight. So I'm pretty sure he already aware of that, but he was just saying that to the public to let the people know he aligned. He going in there, he's going for war, But he should be, if Jermell Charlo goes in the ring, uses his jab, and uses his boxing skills, I truly believe he will be victorious, possibly by KO later on in the fight once he break Rosario down. If not, if Charlo goes in there to bang and he relies on his power instead of, trying to basically box and basically keep Rosario at bay, since Rosario is a power puncher. One thing for sure, the punch that hurt the most is the one you don't see coming. So because he is a power puncher, on top of that, you don't want to exchange with that guy. At least you got to break him down, then do that. So he must go to the body, utilize his jab, use combination, and don't make the mistake he made against Tony Harrison, where he was over anxious. He was not placing his shots. Charlo against Tony, he was swinging wild at first, and he wasn't being selective with his shots. Against a guy like Rosario with his high guard, you got to select your punches. You got to pick your shots. And if you are capable of doing so, Charlo is already hell of a puncher. He's fast. He's strong. He got the lion attributes in him. So all he has to do is put it together like puzzle and select his shots when he fights Rosario. If he does, he will be victorious by KO. If not, I think it's going to be a tough night. And it might be a very close fight, but I still favor Charlo either way. Now, Big Charlo or Mr. Charlo at 160 is either going to be a short night where Deryachenko is going to basically catch my man coming in with a punch. Like, I truly believe he might catch him with an uppercut early on, because Deryachenko comes in really low with a lot of head movement, and he could walk into an uppercut if he really pressing for action, trying to go toe-to-toe on some Mexican style, because Deryachenko is Mexican style. However, he really utilized a lot of angles, nearly more than Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? So he's a very, very good fighter. Very fast, very elusive for his size. So Charlo must keep him at bay. And you cannot try, for Big Charlo, Jamal Charlo, he cannot rely on countering him with the uppercut all night. You have to blind him with the jab all night. You got to blind him with a jab so he be aware of the jab. So in case he surpassed the jab, you could catch him with an uppercut coming in. The jab is very effective for Jamal, because I truly believe he has the best jab in the game. I think he have the strongest, sharpest, mean jab in boxing. So if he utilizes that jab, that will win him the fight, because he could easily keep Deryachenko at bay. And if you keep Deryachenko at bay, it's going to be easy work, since Deryachenko don't have the height and reach to compete from a distance. But if you let Deryachenko get in the inside, he gonna work, and he gonna take a lot of angles on Jamal. So he must stay aloof. He must use his boxing skills and keep him at bay with his jab, and try to catch him coming in with the right uppercut, with the right hook, with a left hook. It don't matter, but it all start off with a jab. So I'm assuming that's his game plan. So it's gonna be a hell of a night either way. If he does not stop Deryachenko early with the uppercut or with the right hand, then it's going to be a long night for Jamal Charlo. I still have him winning a very close fight if it does go 12 rounds, but I could see it going a couple rounds and Charlo winning by KO. Do I see an upset? Anything could happen in the sport of boxing. That's why you all have to buy the pay-per-view. So with that being stated, I want to thank everybody in the comment section, Mr. Vegas, and everybody. You know what I'm saying? OG Swag, RJ, and Bill Haney for pulling up. So hopefully, like Bill Haney stated, you know, the email will get through because he haven't received the email yet. And I mean, for the people that do know, you know, the email doesn't take that long to send. So once Bill Haney gets the term sheet, we definitely gonna have him on and tell us what's going on. And if they could start negotiating for a later date, because like I told you guys, when Andre Ward fought Kovalev, they had like 2 fights prior to them fighting each other. So Devin Haney could fight Gamboa, and he could still go on and fight Gary Russell later on. But just to confirm, because like I said, we got our receipts. You know, this is Devin Haney trying to fight Fortuna. Fortuna didn't want the smoke. So you have to fight who's available. You cannot pause your career. He was supposed to fight Fortuna or Gamboa. And Gary Russell knew that from the jump. So since he wasn't ready for the November 7th date, Devin Haney was calling out even Linares since Fortuna turned down the fight. After talking bullcrap, right? This is an article of Linares saying that he want to fight King Ryan Garcia when the champion is Devin Haney. And we already know Devin Haney, Linares said Devin Haney is the number 2 at lightweight. This is Devin Haney calling out Tio Lopez, my man Tio. He was saying Tio didn't want to enter the tournament. And now he want to move up to 140 without facing me. Fortuna and Campbell was supposed to fight each other for the vacant strap since Devin Haney had the shoulder injury. However, because of the Rona, that got delayed. And like I told you guys, people lie, women lie, numbers don't lie, and you all could peep the dates. We got our receipts. Devin Haney wanted the Fortuna fight. Fortuna called Devin Haney a coward leading up to fighting Linares. So how you going to fight Linares but talk bullcrap? You know what I mean? Then that fight nearly got canceled because of the Rona after he called him an email champion. So after that fight got canceled, Devin Haney was like, what up now? You talking all that bullcrap? What's up? You don't have nobody to fight. I don't have nobody to fight. Let's go ahead and make something shake. Devin Haney told him, you was talking all that shit. What now? You don't have a fight. Like I said, they was supposed to fight October 3rd, but Fortuna wasn't on board. So it takes 2 to rumble. You can't force nobody to fight. And the reason why Devin Haney is fighting Gamboa, because Gary Russell is not ready. He refused to sign the term sheet that Gamboa signed, the same term sheet. Fortuna, Linares, and all the lightweights didn't want it. Lomachenko requested a French fries belt, and all the other fighters don't want no smoke with Devin Haney. So what you gonna do? Answer this question. Pause your career? Wait for somebody to pick up the call? Nobody gonna pick up the call. He gonna be waiting till 10 years from now for somebody to fight. So the show must go on. This is exactly what he's willing to. I mean, that's what. That's exactly what Devin Haney is doing. Then after Devin Haney faced Gamboa, if he's victorious, he already accepted to fight Gary Russell for a later date. So there's no excuses. To all of the fans that's making excuses, stop making excuses. Make shit happen. By you guys making excuses, you guys are blocking the fight. So I truly appreciate all of my keys. With that being said, like I said, let me go ahead and do the outro and take you guys out. Subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the minute. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these decafs. The dumb, casual ass fans that don't know shit about boxing.
You don't know shit about boxing. You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Go to cojones and call in. All you keyboard warriors want to talk a whole lot in the comment section, but none of you guys calling in. And to all of the decafs that did call in, I think Catman called in, acting like a whole new person. I made Catman get a new identity. I'll be losing brain cells debating with you, man. If I had a lower IQ, I could have enjoyed your pathetic debate. So come with a better debate next time. Easy work, easy breezy. I can't pay a decaf to call in, so I'm willing to give a decaf that I already knocked out a rematch or two or third or three. I mean, I give it to you as many times as you want it, and even my own AKHi could get it. So please don't try me. So with that being stated, shout out to Bill Haney for pulling up. I call him Bill Pull Up Haney, undefeated, just like AKHi. I mean, everybody ducking the smoke with him too. Check his resume. Everybody calling out Bill. He pulling up on everybody that says his name. So we definitely gonna have Devin Haney sometime, inshallah. You know, in the future, you're gonna pull up to Split Decision. So with that being stated, subscribe below, like the video, comment, and click on the notification bell to get notified every time I post or go live on Split Decision. Shout out to all of my AKHis, everybody that's tuning in. Make sure you guys hit me up or click on the notification bell so you guys could get notified after the fight. I'm definitely doing an extra episode. We are going live after the Charlo fight in order to celebrate. We're going to do the blow by blow, the toe to toe show. So go ahead and click on the notification bell to get notified when I do go live. I truly appreciate all of my AKHis. I've been humbled by the love and support. And to all of the decafs that they think they bothering me, but I'm amused by decafs. I'm amused by all of the hate I receive because all of these keyboard warriors don't have any cojones. So please tell me why you decaf.
Please tell me why you always hate. Please tell me why you always hate.
Quit treating me like the young Devin of debating and call in. So with that being stated, let me take you guys out and peace.